Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 9th January 2023. My name is trsv Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. We have been discussing about a very famous English proverb: bird in hand is worth two in the bush. In the process of discussing this particular proverb, we have been talking about various case histories which vouch for the truth and genuineness of this particular proverb. Today also we shall discuss about another case history. There were two Salvatores who hailed from a place called Casala Mare del Golfo in Sicily, Italy. One was called Salvatore Bonano and the other was called Salvatore Maranzano. Both of them migrated from Sicily to New York in America, and they were soon inducted as members into the thriving New York underworld. Here, Salvatore Bonano got a son called Joseph, who was born on 18th January 1905. However, soon after this boy's birth, Salvatore Bonano had to return to Sicily in a hurry because of some personal problems. However, Salvatore Maranzano remained in New York. Now, the baby Joseph Bonano went his father to Sicily, where he spent his first 16 years. At the age of 16, he, along with his cousin Peter Magadino, returned to New York, and Joseph Bonano joined Salvatore Maranzano in the New York underworld. Salvatore Bonano, the father of Joseph Bonano, was dead by then. Now, Salvatore Maranzano was involved in a very bloody gang war with another fellow Sicilian called Joseph Joe the Boss Masseria. In the late 20s and early 30s, Joseph Bonano was soon sucked into this vortex of gang war, violence, bloodthirstiness, murders, intrigue, and the like. He was ably supported by Salvatore Maranzano, Joseph Profaci, etc. In the early 30s, Salvatore Maranzano won this war with Joseph Massaria, who was killed in 1930 or 31. At that time, Salvatore Maranzano divided the New York families into New York underworld into 5 broad families. These were called the Luciano, the Gagliano, Mangano, Profaci, and Bonano family. Joseph Bonano was only 26 when he became the boss of the Bonano family among the five mafia families of New York. His family was the smallest and most tight in the sense that almost 90 or 95% of his family were either from Casala Mare de Golfo or from Sicily. However, Joseph Bonanno was ably supported by guys like Joseph Profaci, Salvatore Maranzano, Tom Gagliano, Vincent Mangano, Lillo Carmine Galanti, Gaspar de Gregorio, etc. Joseph Bonanno prospered for the next 20 years. The time was peaceful and he had no worries till then. He could have, in fact, remained like this all his life. However, it was here that the proverb, a bird in hand is worth two in the bush, came into being. Joseph Bonanno, who had had a charmed life till now in the past 20 years, suddenly got over ambitious and became a megalomaniac. By this time, his friends Joseph Profaci, Salvatore Maranzano, Vincent Mangano, and Tom Gagliano were already dead. Joseph Bonanno thought that because he was the boss of one of the families, hence he had every right to become capo di tutti capi. How wrong he was, he would know only later. Actually, at that time, the junior of Tom Gagliano was a man called Thomas Three Finger Brown Luches, and the junior in the initial Vincent Mangano family was a person called Joseph Bonanno. Carlo Gambino, sorry. Carlo Gambino's son married Thomas Luce's daughter, and thus they became relatives. Joseph Bonanno did not like this one bit. Hence, what he did was he joined a guy called Joe Magliocco from the Profaci family and tried to kill both Thomas Luches and Carlo Gambino and take over the reins of the complete New York mafia. He was overconfident and he thought that he will certainly succeed, but it was not to be so. From 1964 till 1969, this guy was again sucked into what was known as the Banana War, in which he had to feud with other mafia families in New York and upstate New York. One of his arch rivals was his own cousin Stefano Magaddino. Joseph Bonanno lost this war, lost many of his men, was kicked out of New York, and he was forcibly settled in a place called Arizona in the United States. This is what is called in Hindi. आधी छोड़ पूरी पे धावे न आधी मिले न पूरी पावे. That is, if you have half and you try to get full, then it may happen that you get neither the full nor the half. That is, you will lose your half and you will not get full. Joseph Bonano was unceremoniously kicked out of his own family and he died at the age of 95 in Arizona. Though he became famous, he was no more a boss of the New York mafia underworld. Kindly let me know what you think of my talk on this particular story. Please give me your own expert opinions and ideas so that we may blend everything for the sake of the society. Please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I may keep reminding you of my other stories. Till we meet in my next video, it is good morning from TSV Raghavan.